When you log into your Quickly Review Us dashboard, the first item that we want to draw your attention to is the left-hand sidebar. You will see the name of your business, your address, phone number, time zone, and the physical location in the longitude and latitude. Below that, you will see all of the public profiles that have been automatically integrated into your review page. These are public profiles that have been detected based on your website URL. At any point in time, you can add an additional public profile by clicking the Add a Link button. You will then be presented with a comprehensive list of all of the different websites that are supported for integration with Quickly Review Us. After selecting a location, you will be presented with options to integrate your public profile. In the field labeled URL, you will want to put a link to the review section for that public profile. You can drag and drop this list of public profiles, which will affect what order these public profiles are in when a visitor to your page clicks on the I had a good experience button. You can also choose to exclude any of these public profiles by clicking on the X icon. Below that section, we have the notification box. This is where all of the notifications of new reviews will be sent. In the next section labeled Beyond Reviews, you can include social media profiles that will prompt the visitors to your review page to connect to these different social media profiles. These social media profiles will be viewable at the top of your review page. Now we're going to talk about the content on your review page. You can edit virtually any part of your review page by clicking on the Content button. The first field that we will see is the message to all visitors. The text in this field shows up at the very top of your review page. Next, we have the message that will show up above the review buttons. Once again, you can edit this message however you please. You can also include links, images, and even HTML code if you so choose. Next, we're going to discuss the options available for the review buttons. To do that, we need to click on the Setup tab. In the Setup tab, if you scroll down just a little bit, you will see all of the different options available for your review buttons by clicking on the Change button. We have a variety of different options. Let's take a look at the stars example. Once selected, we can scroll down to the bottom, click Update Setup, and we will now see the stars as the review option. Depending on what review buttons you select, there will be different options in the content section. The first of which is the interaction design. The default setup is to categorize happy customers as leaving a review of 4 stars or more. We can change that to 5 stars, 3 stars, 2, or any. What this option will affect is when the reviewer is presented with the option to review your company on a public website, or when they are presented with a form to leave their negative review, which will be emailed to you and give you the opportunity to correct the issue before they ever leave a negative review on a public website. We also have options for the actual message within the window that appears to prompt visitors to leave a positive review, and we have options available for the text that we want to use when the window appears with a contact form for any negative review. If instead of a form, you would like to include custom HTML code for any negative reviews, you can do so with the next option. And by clicking the More link below that, you can include custom messaging that will be presented upon a contact form submission. The next option that we see is the availability to show an offer on your review page. We must note that you need to make it clear that leaving a review is not mandatory for this special offer. As per the terms of service for different websites like Yelp and Google+, you cannot offer a reward in return for leaving a review. Offering rewards for reviews can also violate certain FCC laws. This is why in the default messaging you will see very clearly that no review is necessary for this special offer. The last option in the content section is the ability to show your review stream on your review page. You can choose to show your reviews, show your aggregate rating, or only show one or the other. We'll click Update Content, and if we scroll down, we'll see the aggregate rating with recent reviews left on our different public profiles. Now let's take a look at some of the additional options available under the Setup tab. The first of which we see is our brand name. And next we've got the short name for the URL. This is going to be used in the URL slug for your review page. So in this example, the review page would be quicklyreview.us/Palomino. Next, you can include an optional internal ID. The next option is for the logo on your review page. You can choose to include your business name as seen here, and you can also choose to include or exclude your business location up at the top of your review page. We also have an option available for a multilingual menu that, when selected, includes a menu in the upper right where visitors can choose different languages for the review page. The next option available is the color scheme. Next, we have the type of review buttons that we want to include on our review page, which we've already covered. The next two options is where you can include custom CSS code or custom HTML code in the header of your review page. We have included these options for our more advanced users. The next option is the availability to show or hide the Powered By link at the bottom of your page. Next, you can decide whether or not to include CAPTCHA on the form that is submitted when someone leaves a negative review. We suggest that you leave the CAPTCHA form in place. Next, you can decide whether or not you would like to include a no index and no follow attribution in the head code, which essentially tells the search engines whether or not to index your review page within search results. The final option that you will see is the ability to use a custom domain. So if instead of using quicklyreview.us, you want to use your own domain name or subdomain name, for example, review.palomino.com, you can do so with this option. Just remember to click on this link and follow the instructions for setting up your own custom domain or custom subdomain. That is going to conclude this Getting Started video tutorial. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us directly by emailing us at support@quicklyreview.us.com.